What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's Sunday afternoon video, we're going to talk about how is this World War III or nothing to see? All that and more coming right up. Already had my coffee. All right, folks, I am here as an imperfect human being, and I got to get something off my chest. We're going to talk about the markets, a little bit about crypto, what Bitcoin is telling us. 3 words the president said that are really under my craw and what's likely to happen not only overseas, but here in the United States in the weeks and months ahead. So let me just get this off my chest. It ain't over. Or as one, I think, retired general said, turn 3 is coming. Turn 1, Damascus takes out the Iranian general. Turn 2, we now know 320 drones, cruise, and ballistic, 60 ballistic missiles that are designed to kill. Got intercepted, 99% of which 1 or 2 landed. To my knowledge, at least at this point, nobody got killed. A young girl may be wounded. But it blows my fucking mind. And I had people teasing me last night. It's your birthday, dude. Don't be so down. You need to go out and get hammered and go have a good time. Yeah, I did that. And then some on Friday night, and it carried well beyond midnight. I drink once a week. I didn't have it in me anyway. But I'm here to double down and triple down out of what I motherfucking said the other day. Because if you think this is over and Bitcoin at 63,444 is telling you it ain't over, turn 3 is coming. And I'll tell you exactly what I would do if I was BB. But the 3 words that are just fucking driving me nuts, and I know it's my imperfection as a human being: take the win. In other words, stand the fuck down, BB. That's your president, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, and my Republican friends are not going to like this, I would say Biden's got a 51% chance of re-election. Absolutely. Polls are tightening, even were before this. There's a lot of people. I was just out in my own community. There's this one woman I know. She's a Biden-Harris t-shirt wearing motherfucker. Can you believe what happened? Wasn't that just so great what our president did? We knocked all those missiles out of the sky and nobody got killed. Right. We don't bring politics in the Discord. But let me just get this straight. And I've said this many times before. If you actually support Joe Biden, I don't want your fucking money. Go to shopsmallbiz.com and cancel right now. I have voted Democrat many times in the past. I thought, for one example, Bill Clinton was a great president. Couldn't keep his fucking pecker in his pants, but he got along with Newt Gingrich. We got shit done. The economy, the stock market, when I was a broker on Wall Street, was rocking, especially in the late 1990s. But anyone that can support a guy who has allowed millions of fucking illegals to come across our border, and if you want Christopher Wray, head of the FBI, a few months ago, testifying in front of Congress, he said he's more worried than ever about these sleeper cells waking up and causing havoc. Folks, we just witnessed something that has never happened before, an attack from Iranian soil against Israel. And if you don't think it's going to be tit for fucking tat, I don't know what planet you're living on. This is about to get ugly. We are going to have things happen in this country that we haven't seen since 9/11 at some point. Because I got news for you. We may have the ships and the aircraft to knock down 320 projectiles, but there's 150,000 in southern Lebanon by way of Hezbollah. What happens if they touch off 5 or 10,000 of those? Not even 5 or 10% of their stockpile. Then what? We ain't got the firepower to knock all that down. You're talking about hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of casualties in what is supposed to be one of our biggest, strongest allies. The world just got a hell of a lot more dangerous. And what we need right now more than ever is peace through strength. Do you remember Reagan? My grandfather, rest his soul, served in the Philippines during World War II. I grew up 5 minutes from the 10th Mountain Division. God bless our troops, both past, present, and future, of Fort Drum, New York. We used to stop the trucks and get their sea rations going by my house all day long. My younger brothers, one of which was in the Marines, got kicked out for bad behavior. But military support for men and women in uniform runs through my blood. And the fucking clown we have in the White House right now is a disgrace. But do you remember when Ronald Reagan and my grandfather got such a kick out of this? He dropped a bomb in Gaddafi's bathroom window. He was 100 feet away in another section of the complex, right through the bathroom window. Hello. In other words, I could have killed you, but I didn't. Not a fucking peep out of Gaddafi until he died a very brutal death decades later. And for all of you that hate Trump, who is an imperfect guy, I want you to do something for me. Actually, two things. Once this video is over, search Trump meets Putin G20 on YouTube. It's when the first time they ever get together, Putin comes walking across the fucking room with his hand out like this. And Trump, who's 6'3", like I am, 260 pounds, none of this 220 lying bullshit, yanks him so fucking hard he almost takes him off his feet, and Putin starts laughing. You know what that's called? I'm the motherfucking boss. Not you, wealthiest guy in the world, way more so than Elon Musk. Total gangster, causing havoc in Ukraine. I'm the boss. None of this Russia bullshit. He fucking pulls him like that. But even better than that. And you can also Google this. In fact, Trump started to talk about it in Iowa a few months ago about the Golden Dome story. And then he cut himself off. He was riffing and then he realized I better not go there. But if you Google after you watch that video, Google Trump threatens Putin Golden Domes. Right after that handshake. Right after the fucking handshake, and John Bolton, who can't stand Donald Trump, at least now, confirms the story in one of his books. Trump sits across the table, and you can totally picture him in the hands, right? And he tells Putin, first time they ever met, listen, I want to get something straight. You set foot inside Ukraine on my watch, I'm going to bomb Moscow. And you know that infamous Trump scowl? Just stares him down. And Putin supposedly said, and this is confirmed with General Flynn and others, you wouldn't do that. And Trump says, you know those golden domes? Those beautiful golden domes? You set foot inside of Ukraine on my watch, I'm going to blow them to smithereens. And supposedly, Putin responds with one word. Understood. And not one fucking foot was set. Or when Trump threatened the guy, I forget, it was Soleimani or whoever it was. No, that was the general. But the one that carries out the prime minister of Iran, he says, don't you ever fucking threaten the United States. I know I got you Democrat blood boy, and fuck you. This is not about politics. This is about the clown that's got us in a very dangerous situation. We need peace through strength like never before. And you know, when I decided I was going to vote for Trump, here's another video that I want you to look up. When the guy jumped the fence at the campaign rally and got past Secret Service with the knife. Watch it. Trump's got his back to the guy. He's got his hands on the lectern. The people in front of him go, look out, he's got a knife. Trump turns around. What was his first fucking reaction? He steps towards the guy. That's gangster. That's a brawler. That's a fucking That's a fighter. But Biden or anybody else would have turned and run off the fucking stage. Trump turns around, oh, you want a piece of me? He steps towards the guy, and then the Secret Service gets around him. He's under attack 24/7, 365 as one of the most imperfect human beings on the planet. I get it. But he stands up for this fucking country. And if I was Israel, I would strike with overwhelming force, not civilians, but every military installation, every nuclear facility, every base that launched those projectiles, every single fucking one of them would be leveled. And I'd put out a statement saying to so many words, I have absolutely no beef. This is Israel. With the people of Iran, we want peace. And the young people there do. They are not a fan of the Ayatollah and the old guard. We took action today to prevent what just happened from never happening again. And we are on record of saying not only have we taken care of what we perceive to be any threat to harm our homeland, but if we take any more incoming rockets, we will strike the Ayatollah residence within 24 fucking hours. I would absolutely go there and clean it up and say whatever you have to appease the lawyers. But you need to make it crystal fucking clear, like Trump did with Putin. When a fucking bully takes a cheap shot at you, you let him know that if this happens again, you're finished. And I really don't care at this point if I get shadow banned or half of our income goes right down the toilet. I'm okay living in a Mullen van down by the river. You've heard that story. This is not about Democrat versus Republican. This is about American versus non-American. Take the win? Stand down. Who's winning here? You think we're safer? You think if Israel hits back hard, and they should, those crazy motherfuckers are just going to stand down? They have no regard for human life. So I want to conclude this video by doubling and tripling down what I said yesterday. We've had a wide open southern border for years. There are hundreds and probably thousands of people in this country that want to do us harm. They're just waiting on orders to do so. So if you go into a super crowded place that you're not familiar with, you're rolling the dice, man. And while I am not a parent, I am an uncle. And I talk to my nephew and my niece. They're out of college. He's a freshman at Auburn. And the same thing goes for my sister. You be aware of where you are. You know where the exits are. So if it's me and I'm a father or a grandfather or an uncle and I go into a fucking restaurant or a bar that I'm not familiar with, fellas, I say, if I don't know the answer, excuse me, waitress, other than that front door right there, is there another exit? I think I've seen you outside smoking cigarettes through the kitchen. Yeah, that's the only other way out. We're always out there smoking. Yeah, thanks. She's not going to know what you're asking about. But you then have a conversation with your kids, your grandkids, your wife, your girlfriend. You say, listen, we're here to have fun. But if something happens and we can't get out through that front door, we're going through the kitchen. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Are we clear? Yeah, we're clear. Because the last thing I want to have to say is I told you so. But I'm saying right fucking now, if you think this is just no big deal, just take the win, right? 300 fucking rockets, it's going to just end right there. No, it's not. It's about to get really nasty, really fast. And you need to be smart, head on a fucking swivel. It's not paranoia. It's not, oh, don't let the Iranians get you down. They're not getting me down. They're getting my blood boiling. But they're not getting me down, but I'm not stupid. I know that it's been an awfully long time since we had to deal with an attack of large scale. We're due. It happened in the 90s. It happened in 2001, of course, and we're due. And I have a very sick feeling that after turn 3 takes place, there's going to be something coming from southern Lebanon that will dwarf the scale of the so-called retaliation we just saw. And we will not be able to knock all of it down. And then what? And then we got Taiwan too, and Ukraine. Well, we got a fucking guy who if he gets 4 more years, I'm going to have to reconsider the greatest secular bull market in human history. The one that I've said is going to double the Dow and triple the NASDAQ again. I started saying flying cars and motherfucking trips to Mars in 2000. You're crazy. And we did. We went from 17 to almost 40,000 on the Dow. But if this guy and the cackler who's got a fascination with yellow school buses get 4 more years, we are finished. Project 2030, research it, knock yourself out. This country is done. Trump and maybe 8 years of somebody like DeSantis, perhaps him, can slow down what's coming. But there's no doubt in my mind they want to wipe away all the borders. They want to stick a chip in your fucking ass. 24/7 surveillance. That's not paranoia. That's fucking reality. And when you have the arguably the worst sponsor of terror in human history lobbing rockets and missiles that are designed to kill for the first time ever, and we're told to stand down and take the win, ain't nobody winning here. It's time to wake the fuck up, America. And until next time, always remember that I love you, and thanks for watching.